The most valuable thing you can give a child was never a toy, not a gadget, not something wrapped in a box. It's the chance to become a capable, confident little person. And here's what fascinates me about Japanese parents. They buy fewer toys, far fewer. Yet their kids often grow up sharper, calmer, more independent. A lot of parents right now feel like their child struggles with focus, imagination, patience. So they buy more stimulation, more stuff. But here's the thing. What if the problem was never too little stimulation? What if it's far too much? Stay with me because the next few minutes might change how you raise your child under 5. First, let me say this clearly. Buying toys doesn't make you a bad parent. It makes you a loving one. You care. You're trying. That already matters. But love alone doesn't wire a growing brain. The brain grows through experience, not packaging. And in the early years, before age 5, the most powerful tools aren't toys at all. They're something quieter. Something Japanese parents lean on without even naming it out loud. And it starts with a word most Western parents have never heard. Let's step back a generation. Children once grew up with no flashing lights, no batteries, no talking dolls. A stick became a sword. Stones became dinner. A cardboard box became a spaceship. And many of those kids grew into creative, resilient, capable adults. This isn't nostalgia, it's neuroscience. Between birth and age 5, a child's brain forms more than 1 million neural connections every second. And that wiring isn't built by instruction. It's built by exploration, by choice, by play, with no script. Now think about most modern toys. They tell the child what to do, how to do it when they've won. They swap imagination for button pressing. The developing brain needs the opposite. It needs freedom, uncertainty, and space to figure things out. Which is exactly where the first Japanese idea comes in. The first word is mimamoru. Written Jansho-ru, it combines to watch and to protect. But it doesn't mean hovering. It means watching over without stepping in. In many Japanese homes and preschools, adults deliberately hold back. The child leads, the adult observes. Here's what most parents miss. When your toddler stacks wooden blocks and the tower keeps collapsing, the instinct is to fix it, to reach in, to show them the right way. Mimamoru says wait. Let the tower fall. Let them frown. Let them try a wider base on their own. Because in that messy, frustrating moment, the brain is doing its heaviest lifting. Research on self-directed play backs this up. Kids who lead their own play build stronger problem-solving and focus than kids constantly guided. Every time you pause instead of rescuing, you're not being lazy. You're saying quietly, I trust you to figure this out. And that trust becomes the foundation of a sharper, steadier child. But mimamoru is only half the picture. The next idea is one most parents actively fear. That fear has a name in most homes. Boredom. In Japanese aesthetics, there's a concept called majian, the meaningful empty space. The pause between notes, the gap that gives everything else shape. Children need ma too. Unstructured, unfilled time with nothing scheduled and no screen glowing. I'll be honest, this one shocked me when I first understood it. When a toddler whines, I'm bored, that isn't a problem to solve. That's the exact moment the brain starts to invent. Picture a rainy afternoon, no tablet, no new toy. Just your 3-year-old, a cushion, and an empty laundry basket. Give it 10 minutes of restlessness. Then watch the basket become a boat, a cave, a rocket. That's Ma doing its work. Every time you rush to fill the silence, you interrupt the invention. Studies on play consistently show boredom sparks creativity, not harms it. The empty space isn't wasted. It's where imagination is born. And that leads to something even harder for us to do. The third word is jiritsu. Written zili, it means standing on your own self-reliance. Japanese parenting treats small struggles as gifts, not emergencies. Letting a toddler zip their own jacket, pour their own water, carry their own little plate. It's slower. It's messier. Water spills. Shoes go on the wrong feet. You're not going to like this next part. Every time you rush in to do it faster, you quietly teach you can't do this without me. Jiritsu flips that. Let them struggle in safe, small ways. Let them fail and try again. Each pause sends the same message. I believe you can. And over months, that belief hardens into real confidence. Not the fragile kind that needs praise, the quiet kind that says, I'll try it myself. So how do you actually bring these 3 ideas home tonight? Here are 4 things you can start today, all free. 1. Create one boring corner. No electronics. Just a basket of open-ended things. Scarves, cups, boxes, wooden spoons. Let your child enter it with no instructions at all. 2. Practice the 10-second pause. When your toddler struggles with a puzzle or a shoe count to 10 before helping, that silent gap is Mimamoru in action. 3. Protect one unscheduled hour a day. No lessons, no screens, no plan. Let boredom arrive and do its job. That's Ma, and it's where their imagination wakes up. 4. Hand them one real job, wiping a spill. Carrying napkins, watering a plant. A small safe, slightly hard. That's Jiritsu one task at a time. None of this costs a single dollar. And none of it fits in a box. Give it 3 weeks. Watch who your child starts to become. Remember how we started. The most valuable thing was never a toy. Now you know why Japanese parents can buy so few of them. They're not giving their kids less. They're giving them Mimamoru, the patience to watch and wait. Ma, the empty space where imagination grows. And Jiritsu, the confidence to stand alone. Toys hold a child's attention for a few minutes. Space, trust, and freedom shape them for life. If this shifted something for you, subscribe for more. Because the smartest childhoods don't begin in a toy store. They begin on the floor with an empty box and a curious little mind.